Good morning. So I'm so annoyed. I was gonna have this totally cute intro to this week's video, which is going to be upcycling furniture for our apartment. And originally I was just going to do an upcycling of the headboard, but I realized I don't know enough about it to actually make a video kind of explaining my process of how I did it. So I figured more so I'd just do like a general kind of what I'm doing, and you can watch and see how I transform my furniture rather than me trying to teach anything. My hair is a mess today, but I guess I'll show the inspo. So I changed these from white metal to gold contact paper. I'm actually pretty happy with how they turned out. They're definitely not perfect, but I think all in all, like the front especially looks really good. And once they're like tucked into the headboard and they have things like they're styled, I don't think any of the imperfections will be noticeable. So I'm actually really happy with this. Next on the list is adding the contact paper to the headboard itself. So let's take a look at that. All right, so you just got to see what the final result of this white drawer looks like. So all you're going to need is contact paper of your choice. I used a measuring tape, and then I had a pencil and an X-Acto knife and scissors, and I just measured around, cut out my pieces, and then I pushed down using a credit card to make sure that it was very nice and pushed down as little air bubbles as possible. As I mentioned, it was really important to me to get the front to be really nice and slick, because that's what you'll see when it's tucked in to the headboard. You'll see the front and the sides more so than you'll see the inside or the underneath. That being said, I did try to do all the surfaces. You can see here I'm measuring each of the pieces. I'm figuring out exactly what I want to do. This honestly was such a process. It took a very long time, and the first time I did it, I definitely cut pieces to the wrong size, and I had to do two of these little drawers, baskets, but it looks really good on the finished product of the headboard, and I will make sure to insert what that looks like. But yes, overall, I am very happy with this. Do I think it was very extra and maybe I could have left it white? Yes, but my vanity is gold and black, and I thought having gold and black would tie in. The contact paper itself was, I believe, $15. And then I had all the rest of the supplies at home. These came with the headboard, and the headboard was $40 total. So I don't know how you'd want to divide that. Maybe $5 per basket and $30 for the headboard. So a pretty cheap DIY in general. I also thought about using paint. The reason I went with the contact paper was that I thought that paint would need many coats. This is a metal. I was worried that I wouldn't get the opacity I was looking for, but you could probably paint it if you wanted to as well. That would probably be a good option. And yeah, that's about it for this project. So you can enjoy the final little seconds of me making it. So this is the patio set. As you can see, it has obviously been sitting outside, which is totally fine. It's an outdoor patio set, bistro set. So I'm just going to stain it a little bit, just to freshen it up. Okay, so staining is actually really straightforward. Okay, so all you need is like a garbage bag or something, because you don't want to stain the area that you're working on. honestly, I don't even think I need to cut this open. I'm just gonna use this. You need the stain. I'm just gonna use the stain I already have. It is in Ebony 2718. The brand is Mini Wax. So you need the stain, and then you need some sort of cloth to wipe the stain onto the items. So I'm going to put the stuff here and get started. Okay, so when staining, I actually started with the cloth and I did the chairs completely with the cloth, but you'll notice it created a very light stain, which is fine, but I did want a color that was a little darker. I was finding that because the chairs had kind of bleached unevenly, it was then staining a bit unevenly, and I wanted to try and get that color to be super even. So, yeah, excuse me. So I switched to one of those like sponge paintbrushes that you can get from the dollar store, and you'll see now on my second coat, it's creating a much darker color, and is just getting that kind of instant impact. So is how I will be staining in the future, and I definitely recommend using a sponge brush instead of just a cloth, personally. Yay, okay, so I finished the chairs. I'm going to let them dry a little bit. Honestly, I think they look really good. They also need oil on the hinges because they're really sticky, so I'll have to do that, but I think they're looking really good. So next DIY on the list is just to touch up this mirror. So I have this, you can see my beautiful chairs. And I've attached this onto it many years ago, and I want to take that off. You can see there's also like some painter's tape and all of that left. And so what I want to do is I want to give it another good spray with the gold spray paint that I got, and just like freshen it up, make sure this gold, I used to kind of like it how it looked like patchy, but I don't want that. Like I want it to be gold. Materials you need for this DIY are, of course, any spray paint that you want. I'm going gold. I have this Rust-Oleum metallic paint and primer in one. It's good for wood, metal, plastic, masonry, and this is in the gilded brass. I don't know, I kind of like that it was gold, but like a little bit warmer. So this is the one I'm gonna use. You need painter's tape, and then you need some sort of paper to kind of go in the middle to protect the actual mirror. So I'm going to be, and scissors. So I'm going to be using this thing to kind of peel off this. Okay, so as you just saw, I scraped off everything I didn't want on it, and then I taped it up and I took it outside to spray paint, and you'll see in just a second the final look. It's just so much more even. The mirror is mostly clean. I need to wipe it down, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. Okay, so this was probably the biggest DIY project I did, which was contact papering the headboard. So I ended up needing 3 rolls of contact paper, and each roll was $20, I believe. But the headboard still ended up costing me about $100, including the gold contact paper and the black contact paper. As you can see, I just measured it out. I pushed it down with the little tool they gave you. I originally started doing it like this while it was still attached to the small piece, but then, as you can see here, I started doing it piece by piece, and this went much better because I was then able to wrap it around the back, as you see here, and this created it a much more secure building, secure sticking. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's not perfect. I might need to redo some pieces in the future, but overall the wood looks really good, and I'm really excited to have this be my headboard in my bedroom. Good morning. When I tell you I thought this upcycle video was over, except for a little bit of footage needed. Oh, just a second. Okay, so when I tell you I thought this was over, but I still need to add the side tables. So I've done one, and I thought I would just show you kind of doing the other one. And then we can do a big final reveal. Sorry, you're getting a lot of thigh. I am wearing shorts. And yes, so yesterday Roman and I finally lifted the headboard. It had been sitting just behind the bed frame, so we have finally lifted it. Oh, what is this? I'm gonna need to spray. Anyways, so let me just get set up and I'll time lapse and you'll get to kind of see what I'm doing. And then the headboard will be done, which was honestly one of the biggest projects. So, then we'll clean. This room needs a cleaning. So just a second. So honestly, this next part was super easy. I just used a pilot drill thing to make pilot holes and then put in some anchors, screwed in screws, and hooked on the side tables. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm exhausted. I just cleaned the room. We did just get the TV and the headboard all done. So things are starting to be finished up in the bedroom. Now, literally the last thing is just the picture shelves, and Roman is picking up his better drill bits today. So we should hopefully be able to get that done this weekend. And then the bedroom will be done. I'm excited. So we have the table all up. And let me show you what it looks like after a little bit of styling. Okay, I definitely forgot to show the before, but it was white like this. And now I've spray painted them gold, and I think they're going to look so cool in my bedroom with my vanity. And so I just need to spray this white. I also just sprayed this tray white, but that's not like anything special. Yeah, and now I'm just getting some sun and reading a book. And my hands are covered in spray paint. And yeah, I'll show you when it's all done. There's been a technical difficulty. It peeled up some of the white paint from this. Okay, it's not the most even coating of spray paint in the world, but I think it actually turned out really nice. Okay, so Mary and I are continuing DIYing things. So we've primed the stool, but like you can see, this is like the color it was, and we're gonna turn it gray. Then we have this was also like a wood color. We're gonna also turn it gray. And then we had a black rag skog that we're going to turn gray. I'm tired. This is so much effort. I know. We still have so much more to do. I know. Okay, so I have this over the toilet storage, and we're going to turn this white. I think it'll be really cute. All right, I'm out of white paint for now, but Mary's grabbing some more paint today. So this is what she's looking like. I think it's gonna look so good when it's actually like evenly white. Because as of right now, you can see that like it's not quite even, but I think it's gonna look so good when it is, and it'll just be really nice in our new white bathroom. So now I'm gonna throw this out and wait till Mary gets here. Okay, I've not been the best at shooting the befores, but this is the breakfast bar we have. We're going to paint it white. And there we go. That is the upcycling video. It was really fun to do all the upcycling projects and now see them in the space and be able to be like, hey, yeah, we not made it, but we kind of made it. Anyways, it all looks really great. I'm really happy with it, and I hope you enjoyed seeing these upcycles. And if you want any advice or tips on what we did, feel free to comment, and I can give advice the best that I can, which is probably not very good. But that's it for this week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!